So the holidays mean entertaining and dinner. At Grass Valley Florist, we will be doing a lot of centerpieces for the holidays. So for the Thanksgiving, I had shown you how to do the fall centerpiece, and I want to expound on that through Christmas and explain the mechanics a little bit better. What I have started with is just a plastic container. That way, for the customer here, they're getting more bang for their buck by getting the flowers, the money in the flowers. We use a brick of Oasis. We fill the container up with water, and then I have just started doing a basic greening here all the way around to hide the container. You could use a terracotta pot, you could use a basket, anything that you like, but this is just a basic centerpiece. This is one that we would put a candle in, white or red, green. The green does not show up as well, but you have your options. What I'm going to do is take this one and speed it up and show you what one more full greened. I'm going to take my candle, and what I like to do is whittle the candle so that it stays in the Oasis well. If you just put in the whole circle, it wedges the hole bigger, and so your candle has more room to move, and you want a nice, tight, secure feeling candle, obviously. I'm going to add just a few more of the evergreen. When you use evergreen, you don't want to whittle away at the bark. It's not good for it. It kills the limb faster and will not drink up as well. Again, I'm placing them in about 1 inch to 2 inches if possible. The best way to clean your greens is just to pull them off. Again, popping them in the Oasis. Again, I want to use a little bit of variety of greenery. And I've got the dollar eucalyptus from the yard. I'm going to use some of the leucadendron that I used in the fall and bring that out. It's got a great color in it that works for a lot of seasons. We'll use this all the way through spring. The rich tones. Your contrasting greens really develop dimension in your arrangement, and it just helps everything show off a little bit better. So I like the leucadendron. I'm going to use a little bit of seeded eucalyptus. I love the little berries. They're one of my favorite. Unfortunately, for those who have allergies, they don't love them so much. So just placing them around just to add another texture. Here at Grass Valley Florist, we generally use at least 3 greens, sometimes 4 or 5. It just, especially with the holidays, it just makes your bouquet look so much fuller. Now, you could stop with this if you were having, if you're planning on having multiple parties, you could have this on your table. If you took care of it and watered it and misted it, you could actually get this to last from the beginning of December all the way to Christmas. I'm going to add just a few simple berries. These are just a bare necessity around here at the holidays. They're just on a wire pick. They're just a couple bucks. We use them all the time. I'm liking the peppers for the holiday. It's just kind of my thing this year, so I'm going to add a couple. These are fresh. Again, they come from your local florist, or sometimes you can get them at the marketplace, or if you're lucky to have a TJ's in your neighborhood. I'm balancing but not making it perfect. I'm going to add just a couple fun tulips to give a contrasting color. Again, placing them down nice and deep. And again, if you add water every day, your arrangement's going to last a lot longer. One little Gerber daisy, just to pop something else in on the other side. And every Christmas arrangement has to have a bow. And I love rich Christmas bows. Again, I'm going to explain the mechanics on this really simply. I like long tails, and this part would be your tail. I'm simply going to scrunch them together, scrunch the ribbon together, make one loop, scrunch it together. I'm going to twist it around and repeat the process. And there's your bow. It might take you a little while to practice this. Practice this on an inexpensive ribbon, not something that you spent a lot of money on, so that you can kind of get the hang of it. I take a wire, or I could take a pipe cleaner. A simple chenille pipe cleaner would do the same trick, whatever you might have hanging around. I have been known to desperately use a sandwich tie or a bread bag tie to make a wire ribbon when I needed it if I wasn't at home. I like bending the wire to get a good grip in the oasis, and then I'm going to pop it down in there, and you just make those little tails go wherever you want them to go. Gives a little bit of richness to it. And just to finish it off, I am going to add just a few little mini carnations that last a really long time. Bring in some more of the red, just a couple stems. And again, this arrangement, even if you had the flowers and one was dying off, you pull out the dead one, and you might go and just pick up a couple stems, and you can feed this little bouquet along for the whole holiday season, and you've got something pretty that you really didn't have to put out a lot of money more than once. So you've really got a big bang for your buck. So there's a nice little holiday bouquet.